Well, there's a little bit of enforcement of the law and the provision of courts and police, which we need. But that's pretty small. That you could get along on with 5 or 6% expenditure of national income, maybe. Most, and you know this in business, most of the enforcement of the laws happens outside of the state, outside of the courts. If you, as a business person, Trump being an excellent example, don't pay your suppliers, you're not going to be able to get anyone to work for you. If you keep not paying off your loans, as again Trump did, then banks are not going to want to work with you. And we have locks on our doors. We have, in fact, an increasing part of the way people live is in private communities. You could call them gated, where they have private police forces, private enforcement of law. I live in a condo. The condo form was invented in Puerto Rico in the 1950s, the condo legal form. And a condominium is a private state for certain purposes, namely for housing. So most of what we do has nothing to do with the government. There's a deep error that people have, that the only way we get laws is through the government. In fact, people think, well, what you mean by a law is government enforcement. No, it's not. We mainly get our rules under which we work from each other by voluntary deals, by contract, which is a tiny little piece of government put down on a piece of paper. This is the way most of society works. Think of the analogy with language. Language, like the economy, is a massive system of cooperation. And language develops on its own. There's very little, the French Academy tries to keep le weekend out of the French vocabulary and fails. Or computer. For years they tried to they have some other French phrase for the machine called a computer, and it didn't work. The French call computers, a computer. So you can have a regular system that people agree with that really has nothing to do with the government.